Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Today, Blizzard announced the next Hearthstone expansion, Fractured in Alterac Valley. And what interests me the most in a new expansion announcement is what kind of meta are they promising for us this time. The key feature in United in Stormwind was Questlines, and oh boy did we get a Questline meta. Warlock Quest, anyone? Yeah, some pretty hefty stuff right there. Obviously, there were also exceptions, like Face Hunter is just always good, and Carrot Rogue also sneaked in somehow. But by and large, the questlines did define United in Stormwind era, so what's coming in Fractured in Alterac Valley? And I'm especially interested in two new features. The first feature is objectives, and objectives are spells, and they're spells that are going to last for 3 turns. So we have 2 objectives released so far. There's Dunbaldar Bridge. After you summon a minion, give it +2/+2, lasts 3 turns. And we have Snowfall Graveyard. Your death rattles trigger twice, lasts 3 turns. And these are pretty interesting. First of all, if you try to play them on curve, let's say you play Dunbaldar Bridge on turn 4, then well, that first turn is kind of wasted. You don't get to actually play any minions that you would play with +2/+2. You might also play them a little bit later in the game, and then you can also play some other cards immediately afterwards. Or Snowfall Graveyard. Snowfall Graveyard actually has some pretty interesting mind games related to it, because let's say you have some death rattle minions, you have them on the board already, then you play the graveyard, and then you can trigger those death rattles twice. But generally playing an objective is a huge tempo loss for the turn when you play it. So if objectives are to be meaningful, typically games would have to go on a little bit longer. Then again, not every feature of a new expansion is going to be a hit. Remember caravans? Yeah, me neither. I mean, what were those even? But what little we have seen about objectives so far, +2/+2 to minions, death rattles triggering twice, they seem to promote mid-range gameplay, and mid-range gameplay is also what the latest balance patch is promoting, so Hearthstone might be finding its way out of this aggro combo meta and into a mid-range meta, or these might completely fail, who knows. But then there's the other new feature of the new expansion, and that's the big feature of the expansion, and that one is hero cards. Yes, our mercenaries are coming back as hero cards this time. Every class is going to have a hero card in this expansion, and these hero cards are obviously bonkers. Paladin is going to get Lightforged Cariel, a 7 mana card, gives you 5 armor, Battlecry deals 2 damage to all enemies, and then equips a 2/5 immovable object, which doesn't lose durability, and your hero takes half damage rounded up, and also changes your hero power into Blessing of Queens, give a random minion in your hand +4/+4. This is really a mid-range deck's power value tool. It makes it a little bit easier to defend against aggro, you take a little bit less damage, you might also clear some tokens out of the way, and then you just make your future minions that much stronger so that you can drop one bomb after another on the board. At 7 mana it does seem to be a little on the slow side. Can it really contest something like a Face Hunter? But it does look pretty powerful for the games where you're actually able to draw this. Unlike questlines, hero cards are not guaranteed to be drawn, so you still have to find the card. So you would put this in some kind of hand buff paladin probably, and then it just enhances what you already have there. Blizzard also revealed a second hero card today. These are all the hero cards we have seen so far, and this one is for Druid, Wildheart Guff. 5 mana, Battlecry, set your maximum mana to 20. Gain a mana crystal, draw a card. With a hero power, choose one, draw a card, or gain a mana crystal, and oh boy, I think this card is the nuts. And I don't think it's because your maximum mana is going to be 20. I actually think the maximum mana going to be 20 is probably meaningless. I don't think it does very much at all. But on turn 5 mana, you get to get 5 armor, you get an additional mana crystal, so you're ramping up, you're going to draw a card, and you're going to change your hero power into a supercharged version of Warlock's hero power, so you're never going to run out of cards, and alternatively you can just ramp at will. So thinking about what druids want to do and how druids sometimes fail at those things, like sometimes you just don't get the ramp, sometimes you just don't get the draw, well, if you manage to find your Wildheart Guff, you have both of those inbuilt. You never have to look for them again. And I mean, if I was playing Druid, I would play a 5 mana card that gave me a mana crystal, drew a card, and gave me 5 armor. So right now it looks like these hero cards are going to be defining the next meta. Like questlines, that's probably bad for budget. Because one of the big problems building budget decks for United in Stormwind is that so many of the decks are built around those questlines, so you then need to have that legendary card that you want to build around. And in Fractured in Alterac Valley, so many decks will be built around the hero card, so then you want to have the hero card legendary card that you can try to build around. But I'm sure some Face Hunter Elemental Shaman decks can somehow wiggle their way through this. But overall, I'm intrigued. I'm concerned for budget decks, but I'm a little concerned that after playing with these a few weeks, we're going to run in the same position that we run in United in Stormwind. Well, okay, questlines are getting a little boring, okay, the hero cards are going to get a little boring, but that should still leave us with at least a few weeks of pretty interesting gameplay. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.